Welcome. Tonight, the day that protects itself. Grab a pen, because tonight is about the interruptions stealing your day, turning your calendar into a firewall that protects itself. Before anything else, let me introduce myself. I'm Mikee Shattuck. I run 134 applications as one person, and I run all of it as one person by putting agents on the jobs I used to do by hand. Tonight, one of those jobs is guarding my time, the interruptions that used to run my whole day. I'm going to show you how to put an agent on your calendar so your day protects itself. Not another to-do list nobody follows, and not you saying yes to the 10th meeting this week. One-time firewall that guards your focus on its own. Stick with me to the end, because the interruption you never filtered is the one that eats the day you need it most. Oh, let me ask you a few things. Is every hour of your day decided by whoever pings you last? When a meeting gets thrown on your calendar, do you just accept it, live, no matter what it costs you? Do you have a deep work block that gets interrupted the same day you set it? Are you the only filter between every notification and your actual attention? And if you turned off your phone for a day, would the important things even reach you? If any of that landed, here's the secret. Right up front, you do not need to filter every interruption yourself. You need one agent on your calendar that protects your attention for you. That's the whole difference, and tonight I'm going to prove it. I want you to know I live this exact problem. During my grind, I tried to be the filter for every single interruption myself. Every ping I answered by hand was time I quietly lost, and half my day never got protected at all. If I was heads down building, the no to the meeting just never got said. It wasn't that I didn't care. I only had one me, and guarding my own calendar felt like a second job. And a business that runs on one person's attention has a ceiling, set by how many interruptions that one person can absorb. I kept taking the same meeting instead of pointing people at a process. So I stayed the only filter between every ask and my actual time, forever. The bottleneck wasn't my effort. It was a calendar that only protected itself when I stopped to defend it. I kept telling myself I'd get organized someday, so if that's you right now, I promise you, that was me. Then I found the thing that changed everything. I stopped trying to filter every interruption myself and put an agent on my calendar instead. I took the asks that hit me over and over and how I wanted them handled, and I taught it to an agent once. And here's the difference, which is simpler than it sounds. First, I had it learn what actually deserves my attention and when on its own. Then it routed each incoming ask to the right place instead of straight to me. Then it grouped the similar ones into one block, so nothing scattered across my whole day. Rules, route, batch, and protect. Every interruption, the same way every time. It became a time firewall that's always guarding, instead of a calendar that stayed wide open. My days went from interruptions running the show to blocks that mostly protected themselves. I stopped saying yes to every ask and started trusting a system that already said no for me. I only ever set it up once. The agent did the filtering, and each new interruption cost me almost none of my time. A calendar that defends itself, instead of one that got run over a week after I set the rules. Whether my focus time survived stopped depending on whether I had the energy to protect it. And no, the first version did not catch everything perfectly, but you do not have to spend months figuring that out. So what did that time firewall actually give me? Focus blocks protected and kept sacred, whether I was working or asleep. Every interruption that mattered, routed, instead of only the ones I had energy to catch. Notice what I'm not saying. No revenue number. What I got wasn't a bigger figure to flash at you. It was capability, a calendar that never gets run over and never falls apart when I'm not watching it. Let me be straight about why I say it that way. No revenue claims and no made-up monthly numbers. Because promising you a number is both dishonest and illegal. So instead of promising, let me show you the shift. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. In the old world, you hold every interruption in your head, so your focus only survives when you're personally guarding it. So keeping up means saying yes to more until there's no more of you to give. The asks grow faster than you can filter them, and the notifications just keep piling up. And underneath all of that is a myth. That real focus protection is a huge project, and it'll cost you weeks you don't have to set it up. That's the old world. You taking the same meeting with your best work frozen the day your calendar's full. Now here's the new world. You set up the time firewall once, on your own rules, and it protects every block after that. An agent that routes every interruption the same way, so it's more consistent and it never lets one slip through. The goal isn't to add more meetings, it's to stop being the only filter you have. The edge isn't a bigger team, it's a calendar that keeps itself protected without you. Here's the framework I use to turn your calendar into a day that protects itself. I call it the time firewall. 4 floors: rules, root, batch, and protect. Floor 1, rules. You define once what actually deserves your attention and when, day or night. So the real priorities get caught, not just whatever's loudest. That's the floor the whole firewall stands on. Floor 2, route. It sends each incoming ask to the right place or the right time, so you get a real triage, not a wall of notifications. Floor 3, batch. It groups the similar interruptions into one block, so you get one focused stretch, not constant scattering. Floor 4, protect. When a deep work block is running, the firewall guards it, not sometimes, so the block is real the next time you sit down to it. So nothing important gets lost in the noise or falls apart the day you step away. This is the whole point. You set it up once and it protects forever. The time firewall isn't about more rules on paper, it's about never losing your focus block again, and you never have to stop and defend it. It protects itself as you work. Now, the mistakes that stall people. Mistake 1, trying to block every interruption at once instead of the handful that actually break your day. You want the interruptions that cost you the most when they land, not a rule book nobody follows. Mistake 2, setting rules by hand that go stale instead of a firewall that protects itself. Let the firewall route, batch, and protect, and keep itself current as your work changes. Mistake 3, setting rules so vague the agent can't apply them, so the calendar just fills back up. Always define the real priorities, in plain words, the way you actually want your day to run. So here's the one thing to do instead. Nail the 5 interruptions that cost you the most and one real deep work block first. That's 80% of the value, right there. Rules, route, batch, protect. So, now what? Here's your first action, and it's small on purpose. Name the one interruption that breaks your focus the most right now. Write down what it is and what it costs you when it lands mid-block. If you can't get through a single deep work hour without it, that's the gap your time firewall closes. Not someday, not when you finally hire an assistant, this week. Now, if you want a guided path instead of figuring it out alone, I built one. It's a self-paced course where your first agent gets built with you on a stack you own, and I stay with you one-on-one until it protects your time without you. It's 4 weeks of material built to fit around a full life. Let me show you what's inside and what it costs. So what's this actually worth? One-time firewall you set up once. That protects your day from then on. Hiring an assistant to guard your calendar is a wage every month, and the moment they're out, the coverage is gone too. And a human assistant gets tired and moves on. An agent on your calendar never does. It took me a long stretch of getting interrupted to figure this out the slow way. That time is the shortcut you're buying. The whole course is $597. One time. And it's built to get your first protected block running in the very first week. For a firewall that guards your day, whether you're working, asleep, or away. There are 3 things on top of the course. The first is the time firewall kit. The exact rules, route, batch, and protect blueprints so your firewall works right from day one. The second is the rules and routing vault. The exact rule formats and prompts so you're not writing them from a blank page. The third is community and support access. Your questions get answered while you're building, not 3 weeks later, and that is the difference between finishing and quitting. Now, the do the work guarantee. I'm not going to promise you that you'll get rich. Anyone who promises you that is either lying or about to get sued. Here's what I will promise. It's 4 weeks of work. Finish every module, all 4 weeks, in order. Submit your builds, not screenshots, but deployed things, and do the outreach reps, the exact ones I lay out for you. Do that, and within 90 days, you'll have a working AII. Automation deployed and running, plus the skills to sell it, and 90 days leaves room, even around a busy life. And if you did all of that, and you're still not there, I do not disappear. I get on calls with you, one-on-one, and we don't stop until you ship something real and put it in front of people who will pay for it. And if you change your mind in the first 7 days, just email me, and you get every dollar back. No forms and no hoops. Keep the templates and workflows you've already downloaded. They're yours. I can't guarantee your effort, but I can guarantee mine. You do the reps and I stay in your corner. The only way to lose is to not do the work. And even then, in the first 7 days, you get every dollar back anyway. So, why tonight and not someday? Because of that guarantee, I can only take a limited number of people per cohort. That one-on-one promise isn't a marketing line, it's my actual calendar. I physically cannot do that for unlimited people. So when the seats are gone, they're gone. And the bonuses I just walked you through are for the people who enroll now, not later. But here's the real reason. The cost of waiting isn't the price of the course. It's another month of every interruption running your day. The best time to put an agent on your calendar was a year ago. The second best time is tonight. I know exactly what the real hesitation is. It's not the price. It's my calendar is a mess and I wouldn't even know which interruption to tackle first. So here's one more thing. It's called your first focus audit. We get on a call, look at how your days actually run, and pick the first rule together. So you don't have to guess and you don't have to set it up blind. You start with the one interruption that costs you the most, and you watch it turn into a protected block on its own. Between this and the guarantee, there's just no version of this where you're stuck alone. Let me put everything on the table one more time. You get the full course, all 4 weeks, built to fit around a busy life. Bonus 1, the Time Firewall Kit. Bonus 2, the Rules and Routing Vault. Bonus 3, Community and Support Access while you build. Bonus 4, your first focus audit, live on a call with me, and the Do the Work Guarantee, where I stay one-on-one until it works. You've got 7 days, no questions asked, and you keep the templates. All of it is $597, one time. So here's what to do right now. Click the button and grab your seat while spots last, and I'll see you in week 1. You came here because every interruption gets to run your day. You don't need to filter every interruption yourself. You need one agent that protects the time that matters. Guarding your focus and keeping it protected, whether you're working or fast asleep. It took me a long time to find this path. You do not have to repeat it.